Alright guys, welcome back to Zero Plays Pokemon SoulSilver. If you can't tell, this is another post-commentary video because I had issues recording this part of the game. I tried recording it a little bit. But anyways, let's get on to it. If you watch my Necker Power playthrough, you may have heard me talk about this. So, we're gonna head our way over to the Royal Islands, obviously. And I have my team set. So, I do a bit of meandering around in the first bit, but I want to get as many items as possible. I don't get every item, but I want to get as many as possible in here. So, that's why you might see me going around in a few places. So, just to explain, you want to go to, I believe it's the top right island? We'll find out when we get there for sure, but anyway, so now that I'm in here, I'm going to want to use PRAM and use Flash. You know, flash your PRAM. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but I guess your computer does it every time it restarts, so. But hey, there we go. So, there's an item right there. And the reason I didn't go up is because if you go the other way, it just leads to a dead end, and you can get all the items from that side, from this side. So all you gotta do is go up here and use Strength, so we'll let Transfoffi do that. So have him go ahead and do that. Have him move the boulders. There we go. And then just go down in there. And there you go. You got yourself an escape rope. Not very useful at this point in the game because I have Dig, but that's okay. So, I'm just looking around for a few more items. As you can see, there's one there that I can't get yet. There actually is an item up there that I missed. There's an elixir, I think, in one of the rocks. And I went by because I was like, I don't want to waste time. So, there is an item up there though. So, but let me just go up the steps and then. So I'm rappelling in here because this place is full of random battles. Mostly what you get in here is like water Pokemon, so I don't really need any right now. So I just decided I'm not going to do that. But anyways, yeah, so that takes care of that area. So I think this is the bottom right island. So the left and right I pretty much look through on the bottom. So I think where I go next is I go top left. And there's 4 islands. So they all are adjacent to each other, beside each other, I guess I should say. So here I'm just like, alright, maybe I'll go for the top right. I can't remember. So yeah, okay, I guess I'll go for the top right. So this is the top right island. And I think the top left is the correct one to go into. Not this one, so. But hey, more items to get. To see in here. So yeah, I know this isn't really that exciting, guys, but I really wanted to cut a lot of the fat out of this. You could spend forever at these islands, but this is a lot like, where is it from? In Seafoam Island, I think in the first Pokemon generation. It's a lot like Seafoam Island, I would say. But we got PRAM here, so we're just gonna flash the PRAM and take a look in here. So it's very easy to get stuck down the wrong way here. So I start by going down, and I think you want to go up, actually. So one of the reasons why this was, I had a recording issue is because sometimes when you go into the menu, it'll do that black thing that it was doing, that black screen thing that was happening way back in earlier parts. The wonders of doing this in emulation instead of doing it on the actual cartridge, but I don't have any other way to record DS unless I get an expensive capture card, and the quality won't look nearly as good. So, in my opinion, this is the best you're gonna get. I mean, maybe it could be my emulator could be out of date, because I've heard some people don't have this problem. So maybe I need to update my emulator. But I mean, at this point, there's really no point. I'm halfway through this game almost. I mean, through the main game, I'm basically done. It's all the rest is post-game stuff. So as you can see, it was the wrong way because we're stuck down here now, and I'm thinking about it. It also makes it easier because I don't have to like focus so much on my commentary while I'm doing getting through this place. So here I am back again, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. If you guys have it, you guys gotta check out Brettel Floss's DK rap 10 years later. It's pretty hilarious, but I wish that like it was a little more serious instead of, you know, just comedic. I know why he did it that way, obviously, but I personally want more. I know it's weird. I want a serious DK rap. I know that sounds really weird and dumb, but one that actually shows like the characters 10 years later, not just one that's like, oh, and these characters are fat and old now. So, I don't know. But anyways, what does that have to do with Pokemon SoulSilver? Not much, actually. But one thing that's kind of annoying with these is you have to keep getting off and surfing and turning around and going yay to get off, like, because they made it in such a way that you have to do that. I wish they had just made it just islands instead of making them all like, oh, look, we can put rocks here, so you have to go around and herp to derp to derp. So, I don't know. That's just how I feel about the whole thing. And I just checked that just in case there's an item there. So this island is the one you want to go to if you want to get right to the prize, which is, spoiler alert, is Lugia. But there are lots of items you can get in the other areas, so it might even be worth it, stop yawning, man, for you to go in there and get the items from within there, because there's some decent stuff. But yeah, this is an interesting part of the game. This reminds me, again, a lot of Seafoam Island, and how confusing that place could be. And there we go, 2 items right there. And this is where you know for sure you're going the right way, because you go up here, and there's an elder there, and you're like, oh, okay, there must be something important there. And there's another item up there that we can't get. So we're almost there. I think we just gotta go a different path. So, excuse me. And you can actually see this all swings around to the same place. So, as you do, we just have to go the other way we went. So, here I'm just like trying to get my bearings on, you know, where exactly in this place I am, because this place can be very, very confusing, like I said. I almost always do this without a guide, because, in my opinion, it's not really necessary to need a guide to get through this place. Trial and error, this place isn't that difficult. It just gets a little confusing because you keep ending up on the same friggin' island. Ugh, so be on it, man. Jeez. The same friggin' island you start off in half the time. So, but now we pretty much explored all we need to. In terms of getting our way there. I was actually surprised I got through this so quickly. Like I said, if you don't want the items, just go to the top left island in these section of 4 islands. That'll pretty much get you there. And see, Sailor Huey started calling me, and I just was like, I was worried about the recording. I'm like, I cannot do this right now. I was like, I cannot talk to you right now. And then when the rappel wore off, it didn't matter because it cancels out the phone call. If you do any menu action other than answer the phone, or the game has any other action other than answering the phone, then it won't work. Okay, it's the top right one. I thought I went into the top left. I guess I'm not paying enough attention. But, either way, it's one of the top ones. The bottom ones are just for items. Here I am, not sure if it's this way or that way. So indecisive, jeez. Alright, so... go back in here, and I think we gotta use flash again. That's the annoying thing, too. You gotta keep using flash. Once it's flashed once, it should just remember that you've been there. I guess people, like, I mean, until you go into, like, a Pokemon Center or something. Because then people would be like, oh, you don't need flash. I will say, this is a lot harder without flash. But... what dungeon isn't? I know that I think I even may have talked about this in Pokemon Yellow when I played that, is that you technically don't need flash in that game, because the way the game's laid out, you can see the walls. In, like, Rock Tunnel, for example. Okay, so here's where we are. So, I go ahead and use another one, just in case, because you never know. And then I go and talk to this guy. That thing you have. You have found it. Please go ahead. And so I think about going in there for a second, and then I'm like, nah, I should probably go down here. And then I think about it again, and I'm like, nah, I should probably go back up there. You'll see here in a second. I'm just like, yeah, no, I should probably go back up there and see what's up there. And I'm glad I did, because there is another item up there that we would have missed otherwise. So here we go. So in here you get a rare candy, which is something that can be very, very useful in this game. So as you can see, there's some kind of waterfall down there. And let's make our way down there and find out what the heck's in there. You know, if I could, you know, figure out how the walls work. Alright. So here we go. That's right. This is where we welcome Lugia. When we dance, we practice many days, become one with the sound of the tidal bell we entrust with you then. Lugia shall come out from the deep within, the waterfall basin once again. Yeah, so it reacts to that. It's kind of a cool cutscene, but I don't like that you have to do extra shit to get Lugia. Oh shit. Damn, son, where'd you find that? I love the super big detailed sprite that Lugia gets. It's really cool. I think I may have mentioned this once before, that Lugia is, oh. That is indeed Lugia, the guardian of these islands, from ancient times. So many have tried again and again. Ling, your heart in complete harmony with the tidal bell has finally allowed it to appear. Ling, don't you see? Lugia must have been waiting for someone like you all this time. Wouldn't you agree? So, I may have mentioned this before, but Lugia is one of my favorite legendaries. In fact, he may even be my favorite legendary, or it may be, because it's probably the proper thing here. And we're just getting ready to surf here, and I'm just like, alright. So I think about it, but then I'm like, no, it's about time. So, guys, next time on Zero Plays Pokemon SoulSilver, we will take on Lugia and try to capture him. See you then.